This is Haruka, and this is Sonic Colors Ultimate. Now, before any of you say anything, I know about the myriad of issues that arose with this port of Sonic Colors, but I just wanted to wait until the dust settled. Not to even mention that this is kind of a palate cleanser from all the horror-related things that I've done lately. Not to also even mention, secondly, my views tend to skyrocket whenever I do anything related to this lovable blue rat. That said, however, Sonic Colors is a classic, and it's one of the better 3D Sonic games according to consensus. She says as Sonic feels quite slippery in Ultimate. Does anyone else have that issue, or is that just me? Now then, I should state that I'm not much of a Sonic fan myself, although someone I love is, so you'll have to excuse me if I don't know much about this game. I do like the aesthetic of it, however. We're in space. And you all know me, I'm a bit of a nerd, so I like space. You know, if my 8-part playthrough of Dead Space didn't say much. Ahem, it should be up top if you want to watch it. Please go watch it. Now then. Oh, no need to praise me, game. I know I'm the greatest. No need to repeat yourself. Now then. From what I've researched on Sonic Colors, if I recall right, this involves our lovable blue rat going into space because Dr. Robotnik built an interstellar amusement park. Supposedly to make up for his past transgressions, of which there are many. God forbid Dr. Eggman actually watches these videos. And in case he does, hello, Mr. Robotnik. I consider you an intellectual equal. Considering our IQs are the same. But why would you build an interstellar amusement park? Don't you want to take over the world? Oh, and a B rank? Screw you! Oh well, on to Act 2 it is then. Oh, and you may be wondering why Sonic has fireworks for shoes and gloves. You can customize your Sonic in this game. Interesting. But what about the players who want to dress Sonic all in pink? What about them? Well, I did a little test playthrough before I started my official one, and I just stuck with the firework gloves and shoes. But apparently you can dress Sonic all in pink. So trust me, the first moment I get to do that, he will be wearing pink. Because you know, it's kind of my color. Besides, pink makes everything better, don't you know? Now then, this is the Tropical Resort. I honestly expected it to be Green Hill Zone version 3.0, Hyper Edition, but it's nice to have a little variety, especially since we've been seeing Green Hill Zone since 1991. And from what I've heard of the Sonic community, they're either sick of Green Hill Zone, or they just love it and accept it. I am impartial to Green Hill Zone, but I'm glad we're getting something different. Now then, I do hope you all enjoyed my playthrough of Dead Space. I kind of figured, well, why not? The remake just dropped, and I'm sure a lot of people are looking back on the original game for nostalgia. And Sonic is currently sliding on his butt. Well, that was a long way down, Sonic. Don't your quills hurt? It matters not, because we freed some critters. Wonderful! Another B rank. B is not bad, but I expect better. Now then, shall we continue?
Welcome to Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, where you can enjoy 5 planets for the price of 1.
He loves to hear his own lips flap, but I gotta hand it to the Eggster. This place is epic. Everyone and their brother is gonna want to come here.
No doubt. But now I'm not sure why we're here. This place looks totally harmless.
Because Eggman plus secretly built amusement park equals evil plot for us to foil. Lucky for us, he's not very good at keeping things hidden.
True, it would be pretty hard to miss a giant floating space amusement park surrounded by planets. Still, an evil plot? I don't know.
Wow! Plot or not, you can't be mad at this view. This place has taken beauty to the next level. I'm just surprised that it was so easy to sneak in here.
I wouldn't say it was that easy.
Hello, happy people. Buckle up as Eggman's ultra-accelerating space elevator whisks you to an interplanetary wonderland of fun.
I can't believe somebody was dumb enough to leave the keys in this thing. It's like Eggman's begging us to sneak in and trash the place.
Oh man, this thing's got crazy fast acceleration.
You call this fast?
This amusement park has been constructed entirely out of a sense of remorse for my past transgressions and is in no way associated with any sort of evil plot or premeditated misdeeds.
Well, that's a relief.
Just thinking about it makes my head feel like it wants to. Huh?
Oh, little aliens!
Your voice chip is stuck on Cowboy again. Stop talking and net those aliens.
Yeah, partner! Come on here, you little varmints! Come back here! Gonna get you! Hey, come here! Shoot down! Gotcha! I got you now!
I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm sure of what I'm gonna do.
Huh?
Hey, what's going on? Huh? Whoa!
I forgot how fantastical this series can be. Because from what I just saw, Sonic just absorbed an alien and he went crack zoom kabakazoo all over the place. Perfectly reasonable then. You know what else is reasonable? Sonic Frontiers. And you'd think I'd be playing that, but... well, Frontiers is a large experience according to what I've seen of it. But if there's enough positive feedback on Colors Ultimate, maybe I'll take a look at it in the future. Wink, wink. And now we get to use that alien that we just absorbed into our body. And according to what I've researched on Sonic Colors, these little guys are called Wisps. And they're going to be in other games besides Colors, for inexplicable reasons. And this little guy in particular we picked up can do this! Speeding around at the speed of oh my dear Jesus Christ! That actually makes me think. What would happen if a human absorbed the power of the Wisps? Now me personally, I wouldn't be able to handle the inertia of being launched around at supersonic speeds. Do I look like a blue rodent that can ingest crack cocaine to you? Although, if I were a Sonic character, I would want to be a lynx. Why a lynx, Haruka? Because fancy cats. Or you know, I would take the route of a certain treasure hunter and become a bat. With a very large bosom. Seriously though, have you seen Rouge's melons? Oh, you know the character designer on her was a little, you know, inspired. But oh well. Yes, Tails, I know. And for some reason, the port of Colors does not have lives. So you can die as much as you want, and Tails will be right there to rescue you. As long as you have the lives for him, that is. Tails don't do his rescuing for free. Something's gotta give, don't you know? Although, that's quite lazy of him, if I'll say so myself. The bastard could rescue you in the older games by flying. Now you have to pay him to rescue you? Ta! Charlatan. Ada. So we free the laser wisps. Wonderful! And that's a lot of planets. Interesting. Ada. We can customize Sonic now. Oh, you know what I'm going to do. Now let's see here.
Next stop.
Aha! Go on then, give him pink like you said that you would. Go on. Ha-ha! Even Tails agrees with my fashion sense. Now all I need to do is give Sonic pink shoes.
Next stop.
Now then, what were we doing? Oh yes, more tropical resort.
Now, let me see. Gotta connect the framostatic capacitor to the maximizing modulationizer. I wish I knew what you were saying, little guy. Or gal. Or whatever you are.
Oh man, that was crazy!
Oh, I was reconfiguring my handheld into a translator so I can understand this guy. Did you go somewhere?
Didn't you see? I absorbed those aliens and got powered up with like some kind of wild energy. And after a few seconds, they'd pop out of me.
I find that hard to believe.
Huh? Okay, seriously? We need to find Eggman and figure out how catching these aliens fits into whatever heinous plan he's hatching.
And wreck that plan, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how we spend our time.
Sonic dear, you've been thwarting Eggman's buffoonery since 1991. You should know that he's up to nothing good. And these little aliens that are the personification of crack cocaine, according to what I've seen, that can never mean anything good. Especially when it comes to Robotnik. Because may I remind you, he blew up the goddamn moon. And no one seems to remember that except for your arch rival. Seriously though, Dr. Eggman blows up the moon and no one bats an eye at it. And people think that he's going to pay for his past transgressions by building an amusement park? I think not. Now, if I were to blow up the moon, which I don't have any plans for, I'd be discreet about it. Build a giant-sized version of a mono and then have him self-destruct. Not that I plan to take over the world. Whatever would give you that idea? Now then. Ugh. Just looking at that laser animation, I cannot imagine Sonic would be feeling so good after going 100 miles an hour. But then again, that's the norm for him. It's in his bloody name, for God's sake. Sonic the Hedgehog. Instead of Chronic the Hedgehog, do you know what I mean? Yes, tee-hee, original joke. Ada? Again, I am the greatest. Although I imagine getting S ranks in this game is quite difficult, as compared to, say, Sonic Forces. No, I don't think I'll be playing that, I'm sorry. Now then. And we've rescued that little green wisp. I don't remember that one from the Wii version. Now then, what could possibly be next? Or I'll customize Sonic again. Pink shoes, pink shoes, pink shoes, pink shoes, pink, 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 pink. Oh, pooh, I'm too short. Just you wait, Sonic the Hedgehog. I will dress you in pink, and you will like it.
23, 24, 25. Ah, not nearly enough aliens.
Want us to get more?
No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger and a shake.
That'll be easier. Cheeseburgers don't run as fast as them little alien varmints.
Idiot, get me more aliens.
Y'all want fries with that? I reckon that hurt a bit. Wait a minute, I need to go over yonder. Sorry.
Precious little aliens. I'll harness their hyper-go-on power, and then nothing will stop me. I know I say that every time, but this time, really, nothing will stop me.
Boss?
What? Sonic!
Who you calling nothing?
He means since the boss said nothing will stop me, and Sonic here is going to stop him, it's like the boss was calling Sonic nothing.
Great! I thought nobody would get that.
Fine. You're so smart, robot. You take care of this mess. Release the big boy. At least I know he won't screw it up. Hasta la bye-bye, suckers!
Wait for me.
Guess it's time for me to start stopping.
I get it.
Those robots of yours aren't very bright, are they, Robotnik? At least the mono can respond to my commands without, being a smartass or being a total buffoon. Now then, first boss time. And it's a giant Ferris wheel. And how convenient for us to get the laser wisp and completely miss. You know what? No, I'm not going to take that. Now then, if I can just calculate my trajectory, this boss should be a piece of cake. Now then... Crack laser! Pew! Well, I think that damaged it. Yep, it's quite angry. And 2 hits. Very well then. Oh, come now. That explosion effect was lazy. You want a real explosion? Very well. Oh, I forgot. When things explode on this channel, my socks have to come off. It's required by law. Now then, let's try that again. Hopefully to get an S rank this time. Okay, I got him. Now then, a second hit should do it. There, finished him in 20 seconds flat. Now where's my S rank? Oh, come now. Don't hit me with another explosion effect. My suit might come off this time. No? Okay, good. Take that me, Oh, I beat my previous record and still didn't get an S rank. Well, to hell with you then, Colors. Don't think I didn't see that moonwalk, Sonic.
Where'd you run off to?
I did a little shopping, grabbed a bite to eat, and trashed a giant killer robot.
So you did.
Really? And they've got shopping here, too?
This place has everything.
Where is the shopping you're talking about?
Translator thingy coming
What would Eggman sell at an amazing amusement park?
Code, so only I can read it.
You've actually got me asking questions now.
Okay, ask away.
Who are you, and what is happening to your people?
It's a little baby Wisp. And he's got a curl in his head.
Okay, he says his name is Talks a Lot, and he's from a faraway soda, and where flowers water them with dances.
Tails, darling, update your software, dear.
Your machine still has some bugs.
Yeah, I think I can figure this out, though. Okay, he said his name is Yacker. He's from a race of beings called Wisps.
Wisps?
No, Wisps, with a W.
Yeah, I'll just stick with aliens if that's okay with everybody.
Did you just break the fourth wall?
Sure.
Stop that!
Either being used for their magic powers by an evil man, or to make underwear to be worn by Sally. Just hear save them over and over.
Don't worry, Yacker. We'll save your friends.
Saw a map that had a couple of interesting places. Think I'll go check them out and maybe save some aliens.
Very well, Roger Craig Smith. I recognize your dulcet tones.
Man said to wrangle every piece of this mess. When you consider what we're doing from a robot's point of view, it's actually pretty impressive.
Don't think about it.
Oh, they're self-aware, are they?
If you say so.
That reminds me. I should give a mono a new voice chip.
Get off. Have you got an arm?
No, but really, how much can it matter?
I guess it can't matter much.
You lazy tin cans! Get back to work! Robotnik isn't paying you for nothing! Assuming he pays you at all. Well, that can't be good. I'm sure it's nothing. Hello, everyone! This is Haruka, and welcome back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. In the last episode, we cleared the tropical resort and are now heading to... Oh my goodness! Game, you are making me hungry. Stop immediately! Whew! Now then. Now we are on Sweet Mountain. And what did I tell you, my darling subjects? Sonic the Hedgehog is now wearing pink. I told you he would wear pink, but you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me? Now then, this is the Sweet Mountain, and it's a world full of food. Oh, good Lord, it's making me hungry. Then again, a world full of dried kelp would satisfy me, because you know I love dried kelp. But then again, a world full of sweets. My! Perhaps if this amusement park still exists by the end of this, I might take Hibari here. Because you know how she loves her sweets. Or Minori. And we're a drill now. And we're being chased by something. Is this underground made of cake? God damn you, Robotnik, stop making me hungry. Now then. Chocolate everywhere! Donuts! Life-size donuts. Oh, and Robotnik's little robots even have... What are those called? God, it's been forever since I've cooked something. Whisks. Oh, they're called whisks, right. Ow! The spike up the butt! That's never necessary! Oh god, inertia rolls off the clock again. Nope! Now then... I should state how I love how Colors Ultimate looks. Especially the environment design. Because it's a world made out of candy. And other miscellaneous snacks. I wonder if I could build a place like this. Hold up. Ooh, secrets. Sugoiwa. Oh dear. Well, that was easily avoided. And thank you. Oh, I love it when a game praises you. Thank you for the warning, Tails! Immediately after I got hit by one! I get that you're translating the aliens, but you could at least be a little more accurate. And Act 1 is complete. Wonderful! And yet another B rank. Pooh. Now then, what else could Sweet Mountain have to offer? My darling subjects, I would just like to inform you that we are currently on the side of a giant burger. And looking at it, that burger is the size of a skyscraper. I apologize if I'm mixing up my words, but I can't get over the absurdity of this world. I wonder if it would be humanly possible to eat a burger that size. Unless you were Gojira, or Ultraman, or Kamen Rider J to be specific. I think those are one of 3 things that could eat a burger of that size. Not to even mention, there appears to be sweets on that burger! That's just absurd. Now then. Yet another B rank. Might as well call me the B Queen. Now then, shall we move on? Excuse me, Robotnik, did you say something about lickable rides? Despite this world making me hungry, I am not that desperate. Phew! And we became a rocket. You know what? I'm just going to accept that as reality now. Now, what does that rocket Wisp do except propel us to high places and make us skydive for a few moments? Nothing important, I suppose. Now then. I would also like to acknowledge that one of Eggman's robots is currently struggling to get out of a chocolate fountain. Poor bastard. Now then, onward! Anna? I don't remember this Wisp in the Wii version. Ah, must have been created specifically for the port. Very well then. Chubba chops everywhere. And guns? Excuse me, Eggman's robots. Shouldn't you be throwing candy at Sonic? Or you could just cap him in the ass for trying to apply logic. And there are Oreos in the background too. Don't think I didn't see those. Well, non-copyright infringing Oreos, because remember, we can't have copyright in a Sonic game. Now then, Mama needs some rings. Mama desperately needs rings. Can Mama get some rings? Because I'd rather not get shot again. Very good. Now then. Oh, now we get rings. Ow! I'll slide into all of you if I have to. And that's the second time sliding has helped me. Sugoi!
If I was an alien in need of saving, where would I be? Experience has taught me to investigate anything that glows. Experience has also taught me that the best way to solve problems is to kick robot butt.
Visitors are cautioned to avoid feeding, petting, or saving any aliens.
Excuse me, giant killer robot? You want to do this the hard way or the easy way? Somehow I knew you'd say that. Let's dance.
And now we're on a giant ship. You'd be surprised how quickly we get to the boss in this game. But oh well. Let's just defeat the boss so we can help Yakker's friends. Abandoned ship! We're going down! And there aren't numerous casualties somehow. Then again, kids game. Oh, and it's the pirate captain from the cutscene. Take a drill up the butt! He didn't like that drill up the butt. Well, you shouldn't have given it to me then. Now then. Even the ship is made out of candy. I saw those sweets back there, and you're making me very hungry. Stop that. Trying to record here. Oh no, going down again. Gentlemen, it's been an honor. Gentlemen, it's been an honor snacking with you. Now then, can I have another drill wisp, or do I need to... Well, boosting into him works. Now then. Now come back here! You come back here right now! So did that do it? Oh, that seems to have done it. Oh, Captain, my Captain, down with the sweet ship he goes. And he shall sail yet again, nevermore. Well, I appreciate the A rank, but we could have gone a step further, you know. That said, however, I wonder what Sonic has to say about this. As I'm currently blocking his player model from view. Sugoi!
Hey, Tails, you missed the BBBE.
¿Qué pasa?
Best boss beating ever.
How are you aware that that's a boss?
Has Yacker given you any more information or limericks or whatever it is?
Sonic, are you aware that you're in a video game, darling?
Stuff isn't 100%.
Trust me, I remember.
So anyway, these aliens are made up of a really powerful energy source called hyper-go-ons. It's insane.
Oh, look at Yacker trying to act tough. That's adorable.
Well, sort of. It's their life source. You only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is...
Oh, now I want a little wisp of my own.
Funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor.
Oh, yes, because body odor is hilarious.
And you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy nose hair.
So that's where that line originated from. It came from this game.
I know, I've already written it down. Anyway, he's draining them of their power, all their power, and using it for an evil aquatic mammal? An evil dolphin? No, a porpoise.
Well, an evil dolphin does exist within the Segaverse, but we don't talk about Echo the Dolphin.
Hey, where are you going?
To find Baldy McNosehair, of course. I'm totally calling him McNosehair.
We get it, Sonic. You find jokes at Dr. Robotnik's expense to be hilarious. But think of other jokes besides Baldy Nosehair. Hello, everyone. This is Haruka. And welcome back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. In the last episode, we finished off the Sweet Mountain, which is still making me quite hungry now that I think about it. And now we're moving on to the Starlight Carnival. Matsurida, Matsurida! Oh wait, wrong franchise. Now then. Oh my! I love the aesthetic of this place. You know, despite it being in space. But oh dear God, the inertia! I have to imagine Sonic is getting sick of looking at all these colors. But oh well. Oh, more of Eggman's robots. If you'll pardon another Sonic the Hedgehog reference. Look at all those Eggman robots! Now then. Although it was a bit delayed considering they just killed themselves. Why would you program your robots to self-destruct after chasing after Sonic? Seems a bit defunct if you ask me. Now then. Anna? Excuse me, what? No! No! No cubes! No cubes! Oh, I apologize, my darling subjects. Just I had a bit of a flashback there. If you didn't know, I do not have a good history with cubes. Please see my video of Superliminal with Yumi-chan if you want to know why. That said, however, must clear brain of cubes. Oh! Now that that horrifying incident is over, Anna, Motobugs? I haven't seen those little guys since 1991. But they appear to be as fast as Sonic. Oh, you know you've messed up somewhere when the basic moves are faster than Sonic. Then again, if Sonic Forces is anything to go by, anything can be faster than Sonic if you look at it in the right light. I could be faster than Sonic for all you know. Well, when I ride on a mono, he sometimes does go at hypersonic speeds. Much to my chagrin. Because, it makes me hurl just thinking about it. And are we going into a singularity, or did that just shot point in? This is very unsafe. But oh well. Oh, Kagura almighty, more cubes! I will eventually get over this slight phobia. But you must understand, my darling subjects. I do not have a good history with cubes. And it doesn't help that my lovely boyfriend, Potato Coon, love you dear, edited in that joke. Because now I know where that dastardly cube sound effect comes from. Just no more cubes. Please, no more cubes. Phasing out of reality like that. I see you mocking me with your three-dimensional bullshittery. I will have none, and I repeat, none of your nonsense. Oops, did I go on a little tirade there? I apologize. Act 3, baby! Otta? Well, you took a while to spawn in there, Sonic. Had to buy a chili dog or something? Otta? Oh, a little magnetic spring. If you'll excuse me, I have to do this. Ahem. Boing, boing. Bounce pad! Looks like a bounce pad! Bounce pad time! And no, I don't have a Wii U, so I doubt I'm going to play that Sonic Boom, I think it was called. Boing! 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 And I repeat, boing. Now then. Act 4 time, baby! Now then. What could be in this level, Dr. Robotnik? Otta? Oh, automated defense systems. That spew out radioactive goo. You know, this amusement park of yours is very unsafe. And I thought the USG Ishimura had OSHA guideline problems. But no, this is a whole ass violation. Then again, I doubt that you would care, considering you also have a 300 IQ. See? I think of you as an intellectual equal, Dr. Robotnik. But that doesn't mean you have to be unsafe with your public amusement park. Because look at this nonsense. I know you're trying to kill Sonic and all, but at least try to make it safe for your customers. Because who would want to go to an amusement park that is completely 100% unsafe? Well, that was quick. Come on, give me the goods, give me the goods. That is not the goods, that is a C rank. And this woman don't go for the bronze, if you get what I'm saying. Oh well, not going for a perfect run. Just a casual run of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now then. Anna? Another Wisp! And he flew away. You come back here! Act 5, baby! Now let's rock! Ahem. Oh, and how can Sonic survive in space? Then again, in the third game, he was supersonic and he flew through space. Suppose I shouldn't try to apply logic. You think you can catch me with your lasers? I think not. And aren't you supposed to fly up and blow yourselves up anyway? Because that's what you did in the first level. I guess not. Now then, just free falling through space like it ain't no thing. Come on. Sugoi! And then we swoosh. Out of my way, egg pawns! I need to be somewhere! And that somewhere is taking the fight to your boss. But how narcissistic do you have to be to create robots in your own image? I mean, not that I would know. Anna? So that Wisp turned us into a blob. A blob with very relaxing music, actually. I like the Hover Wisp's jingle. You see, it's quite a bop. Massive Sugoi! Now then. Oh, pooh. I was one step away from the platinum. Now then. As I was saying, how narcissistic do you have to be to create a robot in your own image? Not that I would know anything about that. I promise.
This park is huge.
Indeed.
Eggman could be anywhere.
Indeed I could, but I'm right here behind this generator.
Indeed you are, Eggman.
Dog, stand there and be a nice little target.
And what is he planning with that?
Tails, is that you humming?
Obviously not.
Sonic, look out!
Well, thank you for that. He's been your meat shield since 1992. He'll be fine.
Tails, buddy?
He's my buddy now.
What have you done to him?
Me.
Aside shooting him from a laser?
Unless shooting him with my mind control beam that runs on alien energy counts is doing something to him. Does it?
Oh, you sassy bitch.
To get to me, you're going to have to go through
And this counteracts what I said earlier. Even Tails is as fast as Sonic.
better than I could have hoped. And I only used a small probe.
Look at him zipping around like that.
Enjoy it while you can.
Oh, I will. In fact, the only way to make this better would be to have you two fight.
Come on, Tails.
From what I've researched, this is not the first time this has happened. See the Sonic comics for more information. Oh, what do you know? It didn't amount to shit. Good job, Robotnik. Good
Oh
job.
my. Why is my nose hair tingling?
Lousy, cheap alien energy. Ran out of juice.
You fool! How could you mess this up?
And then I won't just control one little punk, but the whole universe. In the meantime, enjoy the park. I'll leave you your own private tour guide.
While I appreciate your determination, Dr. Eggman, you need to be subtle about taking over the world. I mean, universe.
Pay up, Tails.
Not that I would know anything about that.
Coming here was a good idea.
I promise.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
We didn't bet.
Dang.
You could have at least bet a few rings on that. Even though we all know that Dr. Eggman is up to nothing good. Now then, boss time! And it's an airship. Very well. Just casually fighting a Zeppelin in the middle of space. Because that's something that you do as Sonic the goddamn motherfucking Hedgehog. You know what I mean? And lest I forget to mention, this boss fight is actually quite repetitive, because all you need to do is run up to the boss, only attack it, and then when it gets pissed off, continue ad nauseum. And you can also do this, because it gives you the laser wisp, which thoroughly face fucks it. You know what I mean? Now then. Oh, and watch out for the spike balls it throws at you occasionally, because it'll do that too. Now then, I think it's time we put the Zeppelin in the corner, you know what I mean? do you mean it's not dead? This should cinch it then. Kablooey!
Sorry, I got bored and broke your robot.
Oh, Sonic has quips after he defeats the boss. And also, the explosion effect was still very lazy. I could pull one out again, but I don't think I will. I think you understand my point. Now then, I wonder what Tails thinks about all this. Aside from getting shot with a laser. Bloody mind control laser. Well, we've done it!
Hey, Sonic, did you give the guide your complaint?
Oh, I gave it to him pretty good. Sup, Yacker?
He still doesn't speak English, darling.
Throw out of him?
Well, it wasn't easy, but yeah.
Well, we know Eggman is going to use the energy he's stealing for a mind control weapon.
Learned that one the hard way.
Oh, look at Yacker just vibing right there. How adorable.
First, I thought that Yacker
I want a wisp for myself now.
was using burps to do it.
He is pretty gassy. Maybe the smell would knock him out? I don't know.
Keep floating along, you little bastard.
I said it made no sense. Then I made a tiny adjustment and realized he was saying generators.
So, no burps. Well, that's a relief.
Tell me about it.
We get it. Eggman is fat.
Eggman is using 5 tractor beam generators to hold their planet in orbit while he scoops the aliens all up.
Hold a whole planet?
Well, it's tiny.
It's happened before. Don't you remember your adventures with the time stones?
Already level 2.
So, if my math is correct, that leaves us 3 more of those bad boys to take out.
Nobody said there'd be math, but I'm with you, buddy.
But we should get moving. Yacker says the aliens don't have much time.
Once I start moving, I don't need much time.
Indeed. They don't call you Sonic for nothing. Oh, and hello, Dr. Eggman.
Control weapon will be full of energy I've siphoned from the aliens, and Sonic's world will be the center of my interplanetary theme park.
Y'all reckon you'll be able to get yourself enough of that energy to take over the whole...
Oh, and one of your robots is still Cowboy.
Wheel. Where is your new voice chip?
Got it right here, sir. Just need to install it.
I like Eggman's little cronies right there. They're adorable.
To the mouth bone. There. Good as new.
Finally. I don't think anything could have been more annoying than that cowboy chatter.
You think so?
Ship shape with me new voice chip I am. Begging your pardon, Squire, but me and me matey are gonna sail off and search for that lumber Sonic.
Kindly go walk the plank.
I think that's the wrong chip.
Really? Are you sure he doesn't normally speak in pirate?
On the right
Shiver me timbers and all that.
Now, just go find him and fix that. Shortly, I will have no need for those idiots. In just a few hours, Sonic's world will be under my control. When it is, it will be the crown jewel of my amusement park. The greatest amusement park in the universe. Oh, I think I gloated so hard I pulled a muscle.
That's why you don't gloat so hard. If you keep gloating like that, you'll pull all of your muscles. Then who will take over the world? Hello, everyone. This is Haruka. And welcome back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. In the last episode, I believe we went to the Starlight Carnival, and my phobia of cubes came back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please refer to my video with Yumi-chan on Superliminal.
Excellent.
Ugh. Cubes, man, I tell you. With their three-dimensional nonsense. Anywho, we're on planet Wisp, which is appropriately the home of the Wisps. Hold on. Sonic can turn into a giant spike ball. Perfectly reasonable, then. You know what else is reasonable? These. Now then. I have to imagine constantly spinning like that. Ugh. Makes me sick just thinking about it. Anna? No! No! What did I tell you about cubes? What did I tell you? Cubes are evil. They are the enemy. They must be destroyed. Ahem. I apologize, my darling subjects. Did I go on up on a tangent just now? I regret playing Superliminal. It was a good game, don't get me wrong. But cubes... Cubes! What did I tell you about cubes? Their three-dimensional nonsense will be the death of us all. They're coming! The uprising is coming! So this is what it's like being a VTuber. Completely losing your mind every day to some trivial nonsense. Oh well, it's very fun. Even though you have to deal with cubes on a daily basis. Sonic dear, you look lovely in pink. Have I mentioned that? All we need to do is dump you in pink paint. So you'll be complete. Why yes, I am saying that Sonic would look better in all pink. Because look at me. I'm wearing all pink, and I look lovely. I didn't say fall in the muck. Now you're all purple. Blech. Now then, Planet Wisp. If I know my Sonic the Hedgehog lore correctly, this is not the first time Eggman has tried to colonize a planet. I mean, Sonic CD happened. Well, people like to think that it didn't happen. But I know that it happened. Because if you remember, Eggman tried to chain Little Planet, and of course, Sonic stopped him. Because that's what he always does. Now then, I wonder if it would be possible to colonize an entire planet. Oh, pay no mind to me. I'm just in my own thoughts right now. Even though I didn't explicitly mention in another Sonic video that I had planned for world domination. I mean... Ahem. You didn't hear that, my darling subjects. I promise.
You know, as alien as this place is, there's something very Eggman-ish about it.
I think he's transforming it somehow, making it part of his theme park.
Attention guests, if you can hear this message, you are trespassing in an area still under renovation. If you are not a robot, please return to the main park areas and ignore anything evil you might have seen here. Thank you.
It looks like the theme of his park is universal domination and the conquest of alien races.
It's more than a theme, it's a reality. He's using them like some kind of living intergalactic gasoline.
That's pretty low, even for a sleazeball like Eggman.
Some displacement of indigenous aliens and destruction of natural resources may occur. Eggman Enterprises not responsible.
You getting any of that?
Yeah, they're totally freaked out. It sounds like they're in shock because of public transportation and a loony nurse. Oh no, wait, scratch that. They're in shock because of their planet's strange transformation and having been dragged across the universe.
Well, I still can't believe he kidnapped a whole planet. How does somebody do that?
They're saying it was either ice cream or a tractor beam.
Yeah, well, I'm going to guess it wasn't ice cream shooting out of those generators.
If it was, I would get one for back home.
Dude, I'd get two. Now, if everyone will excuse me, I'm going to put a stop to these renovations. And there's the generator. It seems like these guys are getting harder and harder to find. I know for a fact these guys are getting harder and harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park are, as far as you know, wholly owned properties of Eggman Enterprises and its subsidiaries. All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down of generators is strictly prohibited. Thank you.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me. We can save a lot of time and broken robots if you just quit now. You try to be reasonable.
Look, Sonic said the thing. He did it. Ratting aside, that line was very cheesy, but what did I expect from a series about a blue hedgehog who can run at the speed of sound and ingest 7 magical rocks to become a Super Saiyan? Now then, can you say rehashed boss fight, ladies and gentlemen? Because this is literally just a Rotatatron except with a spike wisp. And it goes down just as easy. And did you just throw a musical reference at me? Well, if we're doing that... Eye of the tiger, it's the will of the fight, rising up to challenge our rival. And I got an S rank! Sugoi! Now then, I'll just let this cutscene play us out, even though I am celebrating my well-deserved victory.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. Well, who am I kidding? We both knew how this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot. See, the important thing here is the alien planet is free.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget about the whole talking to dead robots thing, right?
Nope.
I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on. I've seen you save the day a lot of times, but I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
Touché.
And this is why, Mr. Sonic Maurice Hedgehog, we do not talk to piles of metal. She says as she has a robot companion. Hello, everyone. This is Haruka. And welcome back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. In the last episode, I believe we went to Planet Wisp and stopped Dr. Eggman's nefarious takeover of the planet. Did you really think it would be over that easily? Now then, we're on Aquarium Park. And quite honestly, I like the aesthetic of the stage. Very Japanese inspired. And considering I am Japanese, I appreciate the representation. Not to even mention, the stage itself looks gorgeous. Especially on the Ultimate re-release. Wouldn't you want to take a vacation here? And I'm curious, are there water parks out here that actually look like this? Or at least resemble Aquarium Park? Oh, look at that! Even Eggman's little robots are dressed as Shogun. Or just samurai in general. That's a nice attention to detail. But where would Dr. Robotnik even find the funds to... Do you suppose that he's rich on top of being intelligent? I imagine Dr. Eggman takes his finances very seriously. I'll perhaps have to ask him one day. Now then, look at that seahorse! Well, the seahorse was behind me, but oh well. Now then. Hold up. No! 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 What have I said about cubes? They are evil. They are the enemy. And they must be destroyed. I'm going to have to seek therapy about my fear of cubes. But again, you can blame the game Superliminal for my phobia of cubes. Thank you, Tails. Now can you save me from the cubes, perhaps? Just fly me over this entire section if you would. No? Well, to hell with you, you two-tailed fuckboy. Ah! Imagine getting pushed down by a stream of water. Oh. This would be very bad for Sonic, considering it's canonically known that he cannot swim. Wait a moment. Can hedgehogs actually swim? As intelligent as I am, even I don't know the answer to that question. But did you know this? Echidnas have 3 penises. No wonder Rouge is so attracted to Knuckles. Or is she attracted to Shadow? The fandom can't seem to make up its mind. Now then. Just jumping across Aquarium Park at the speed of sound. Ahem. Oh, and I apologize, my darling subjects, for taking so long to get back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. I have been busy, as you see, because, well, remember, Yumi-chan and I are in the process of moving still. And not to even mention, I had a lot of special guests these past few days. Hikage-chan, Katsuragi-chan, and Yumi-chan, of course. Although it took a lot of convincing for her to be in the horror game video that I posted not too long ago. Which you can find up top. Why yes, I am shamelessly self-promoting my own content. Anywho, live and learn! Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn from the works of yesterday. Live and learn! If you beg or if you borrow, live and learn, you may never find your way. I adore Crush 40. Now then. Goodbye, giant snail crab. It was quite the pain in the ass to dodge you, but what can you do, really? And that's another act of Aquarium Park complete. Wonderful! Oh, and I got an A rank. Fair enough, I suppose. But what could be next after giant snail crab robot? And Sonic is underwater in the results screen. Isn't he in danger of drowning? Anywho, what could possibly be next? Boing, 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 boing. Ow! Well, that was painful. And it got me back to the checkpoint. I was doing so well. Anywho, time for more bouncy springy fun. Boing, boing, boing. Why, yes, I am easily amused. Oh, come now, can you blame me? When you're a shinobi in a constant battle for life and death, and you're constantly on the run, and there are threats of demons, literal demons, trying to force their way into the human world, I can have a little fun if I want to. Boing. Oh, fun's over. Boo! And I got a C rank for my troubles. Double boo! Anywho, we should be rolling up on the boss right about now. Oh, the Gameland thing. I've been neglecting that. Well, I don't have any plans to unlock Supersonic, so it's whatever, really. You know, with all this underwater nonsense I've been doing, you'd think I would switch into my swimsuit. Oh, but that would be too predictable. I want to keep you all on your toes. And besides, I already have massive underboob, so... Anyway. Now, how do we get out of the underwater? Aside from jumping to infinity. So wait, Sonic technically can swim, he just has to jump infinitely. and not fall into a waterfall.
Almost made it.
Thank you, Tails. I could have used your help back at the cubes. But no, I suppose you're too lazy to fly me over some chicken cubes. I don't understand your reasoning. Didn't you know? Cubes are the enemy. If there's one thing I cannot stand, it's cubes. That and dirty households. Ahem. Kill all of the egg pawns! While losing my rings at the same time. Ah!
Oh, Sonic!
Couldn't you have flown me over that section, Tails? You're awfully lazy. Now then, run, 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 run. No! Okay, that was my fault. Didn't jump in time. Now then. Oh, and there's one thing I'll complain about Color's Ultimate. Tails, in general, he just takes the fun out of the game and the challenge. Because if you die, there's no threat of a game over. Tails just whisks you away. Is there a mod to fix this for the Steam release? Just asking for a friend. And that friend's name is Haruka. Now then. Which do you all prefer? The Tails system or a traditional live system? I prefer the live system. It brings the challenge back to a game, you know. Now then.
Man, running past all those fish put me in the mood for sushi. I doubt Eggman had the decency to put a good sushi joint in this park.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, try the newest dining experience here at Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, the bucket of sushi. Now with fish.
Ugh, like I was saying. Hey, did somebody here order a clobbering? Are you sure? It says somebody ordered an extra large clobbering topped with everything. Okay. Tell you what, I can't take this thing back, so I'll give you an extra large clobbering for nothing. Hope you're hungry.
Get it? Because Roger Craig Smith used to be a Pizza Hut announcer. And I think he's the announcer for Dodge Ram, now that I think about it. Anywho, can you spell repeated boss fight? Because this is basically the Sweet Mountain boss fight, except that it's underwater. And not to even mention, he's quite the bitch to hit, unless you time the drill wisp correctly. Now then. Just have to jump around at the speed of sound, boost into him, jump into him, and drill into him when necessary. And when it responds, continue drilling. Drill with all your might, you beautiful quilled hedgehog. Anywho. Oh dear God, rockets! Wait a moment. Unless those are torpedoes, how would those work underwater? Oh, pooh. If there's anything that the SpongeBob video has taught me, fires can be underwater too, without any consequence. Then again, SpongeBob is a cartoon. Trying to apply logic to a cartoon will get you hate on the internet. Now then. Now come here, Sea Captain. I will send you to Davy Jones' locker. No, you come back here right now. Oh, and he's pooping out rings, so I must have done it. Wait, how can there be explosions underwater? Well, at least unlike the Robotron, you exploded correctly.
Great job, Sonic.
You know me. I aim to please.
Well, I'm totally pleased, and a little nauseous. I grabbed a bite at the bucket of sushi.
What's the verdict?
His cruelty knows no bounds.
So you're telling me the mad scientist doesn't know how to make food? Huh. You've never seen my cooking. Well, well. It certainly has been a while since I've visited Sonic Colors. But anywho, hello everyone. This is Haruka. And welcome back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. In the last episode... Good God, I actually don't remember. It has been quite some time since I've played this. But anywho, we are now on the Asteroid Coaster. Well, with a name like that, I'm sure we're in for a splendid time. But anywho... Oh, and the music slaps. But then again, this is a Sonic game, so that's to be expected. Oh, and I would just like to acknowledge that we are in the bowels of space on a roller coaster that's most likely moving at 35 miles an hour. Then again, this is the same series where a blue hedgehog that runs fast and can ingest 7 magical rocks to become a Super Saiyan can breathe in space. So then again, I should not be trying to question its logic. Anywho, yes, it has been some time since I played Sonic Colors Ultimate, forgive me, but I did lose the Asteroid Coaster footage that I had before, so I had to go back and re-record it. Haruka is hungry! But anywho, if you needed an explanation as to what just happened, that is the Frenzy Wisp. And it turns Sonic into a massive black hole. Oh wait, wrong version. But still, purpose is still the same. You become purple and immediately destroy anything that comes your way. I have to wonder though, Sonic is aware that he's eating everything around him when he becomes the Frenzy Wisp, right? Where does everything that he eats goes? Oh God, don't answer that! No, seriously, do not answer that!
What is this place? Whoa. This is where he converts them into the strange, negative aliens with the freaky energy.
Oh, there you are. I thought I lost you for a second. Did you find anything interesting? Look at all of them. He's captured thousands of aliens.
Don't worry. We'll get them out.
Sonic, I haven't seen Yacker for a while.
You'll have to excuse me, buddy. I have a generator to shut down.
Alright, now that that's over, I actually want to customize Sonic a bit more. Because this is a game where you can do that. If you don't count Frontiers doing it. Anywho. Well, what am I doing? Sonic already looks good in pink. Now all we need to do is dip him in a vat of pink paint so his fur can be pink. Why yes, I am saying that Sonic would look better in all pink. What's it to you?
Very cool.
Why, thank you, Tails. I am aware that fireworks come from my feet every time that I boost. Alright, back to Asteroid Coaster. Because if you noticed, Sonic's metallic rival was there somewhere. Why, yes, this was a new feature that they added to Colors Ultimate, where you can race Metal Sonic if you clear certain acts. And it looks like a pop-up ad on a porn site. No, seriously, look at this. Would you like to race Metal Sonics that are in your area? But anywho, this is the Rival Rush mode. And, as the title suggests, you get to race Metal Sonic. But don't think that it's going to be easy. For if you die at any time in the act, it considers that Metal Sonic won the race instead of you, so try to pay attention. Oh, and needless to say, if Metal Sonic reaches the goal before you do, it's also considered a fail. Now come on, Huda! Really showing off your gaming ability, aren't you there, Toyoguchi? Hold on! Metal all Sonic's animations look familiar. Potato-kun, could you go back and see what animations those were?
Bruh.
Thank you, honey. It's good having a boyfriend who's a Sonic expert. But anywho... Alright, Metal Sonic, I won't give you the luxury of winning this time. Have at you, you loathsome copy! Mama Toyoguchi didn't raise no slowpoke! Haruka is hungry! Again. No, seriously, my scientific curiosity is poking at me again. Where does all that food go when Sonic eats it? Because if you notice, the Frenzy Wisp immediately turns him back to normal after he's done with it. So where does it go? I need answers! Then again, some of you might inform me where the food goes, because apparently I was informed by Alternative GoldenEye, thank you dear, that Sweet Mountain was built on preservatives. So that wasn't a world of food, it was a world of lies! Bye, Metal Sonic. Ow! You know what? Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, Metal Sonic. I will not accept that defeat. I will, however, challenge you later. Anywho, what were we doing? All right, the rest of Asteroid Coaster. I'm sure this act won't have anything unpleasant in it. What do you mean there are cubes? No. No! No! We have discussed this before! No cubes, no problems! But hey, there's Golden Spring there, so you know. Boing, 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 boing. Ow! Okay, no cubes. But what we do have is a repeated mini-boss fight. Remember the Rotatatron from Tropical Resort? It's just that again, but with a gravity-fueled mechanic. Because you know, gravity is a hedgehog's one weakness. Besides chili dogs and the inability to swim. And it's over. Wonderful! I would just like to acknowledge that dropped on my head and I didn't lose any rings. Whatever, time to move on, I guess.
You know, I don't like what you're doing to my friends in there. It's messed up, so I'm gonna mess you up. Yeah, that's right. I'm stretching. You got a problem with that? I want to be able to fully enjoy taking you apart without some pulled muscle slowing me down. Okay, now I'm ready. Of course, if you want to run away, please feel free. There's no shame in it. Well, maybe a little shame. You guys don't talk much, do you? Fair enough. Don't say I didn't warn you.
All right, time for the boss. Oh, and can you say repeated boss fights, ladies and gentlemen? Because this is just Starlight Carnival's boss, but with a different gimmick. And we don't have the Laser Wisp this time. For some reason, it gives us the Rocket Wisp. If you're going to set a boss in the Asteroid Coaster, don't redo the Starlight Carnival boss fight for the love of Christ. Oh god! Meteors! Well, I suppose that's appropriate. So how am I going to hit you in a 2D space? Give me something to work with. Ow! Well, that's not very polite. Nunny. Oh look, more meteors. I have to wonder how this thing is summoning meteors. Probably best not to question it. Oh, now you give me the Rocket Wisp. I could have used that back there. But apparently that's not important to you. Ahem. Alright, Zeppelin of indeterminate origin, give me something to work with. Yeah. Just... yeah. Very good, it's exploding. Explode harder, damn it! Alrighty then. Just run up to the Zeppelin and hit it really, really hard. Because that's a bold strategy used by Saiyans everywhere. Alright, now go on. Incoming meteor shower. 30% chance of clouds. And also flying rocks. You know what? Fuck you. Rocket! Wow. Talk about anticlimactic. Because come on, all I did was rocket that thing in the torso once and it dies. But whatever, we did it, so you know. Subarashi! Although I didn't outbeat my previous record because I could have gotten an S rank. But whatever, time for plot.
Couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
Thanks. Hey, we both deserve some kind of reward.
Yeah, let's go to an amusement park or something.
All right, but one that's, you know, less evil than this one.
So, are all the aliens getting free?
Looks like it. Once the power went off, the locks vanished. I hope Yakker's okay.
I think you'll be fine. You don't think the weapon you were shot with still works?
Not without power flowing to it. I think we're all good.
That's what I like to hear.
What do you mean Dr. Eggman is using the Wisp for nefarious purposes? I never would have guessed. My. Certainly has been a while since I've played this. But I do believe we're at our final stop. But anywho, hello everyone. This is Haruka. And welcome back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. In the last episode, we defeated another Zeppelin, and I do believe it's time for Sonic and crew, plus aliens, to make their way out of the Interstellar Amusement Park. Because, for lack of a better term, shit has gone tits up. And now we need to go back the way we came. Minus the, you know, contraption we used to get out of here. Yeah. So all Sonic has to do now is reach the end of the stage while dodging these egg lasers. And of course, stopping whatever other shenanigans Dr. Eggman has planned. Did they just kill themselves? Your robots are not very bright, are they, Dr. Robotnik? Aside from shooting in one direction and flying up to, you know, commit robocide. Anywho, keep dodging lasers. How predictable! At least my robot buddy has the sense enough to fire in all directions. Just put me in charge of the Interstellar Amusement Park. I'll have Sonic dead within the hour. Oh wait, we wouldn't have a game series if Sonic was dead. Oh wait! No wait, that's not canon. At least that's what my boyfriend tells me. Anywho, I don't recall the Motobugs ever being this quick. And they were this quick back in Sonic 1, he'd be dead within the hour. Oh wait, we made that joke, didn't we? Oh, hello again, Shellcracker. It's been quite a while. Because the last time I saw you, you were in Aquarium Park and you were quite the pain in the ass to get away from. Well, luckily for you, I've adapted. Try punching me now, you purple-ass bitch! I shall outrun you, for I am the fastest thing alive! Oh wait, you're getting too close. Stop. Stop! And now we have to dodge his lasers while Motobugs are in pursuit. Very good. Too close? Come on. Huda! I think we're almost there. And I got quite the ring count to show for it. You just had to pull one out on me at the last minute. I could have gotten a goddamn S rank! You know what? I'm mad. Just play the next cutscene so we can get out of here. I'm legitimately mad about that.
Ho, ho, ho! That fool Sonic thinks he's won because he destroyed all my generators. Well, the mind control cannon is full enough for what it has to do. I will have the last laugh!
The last laugh? How is laughing last special? Isn't that like being the slowest one to get the joke?
Yeah, I laugh last all the time. People look at me like I'm an idiot. Forget about it.
That's because you are an idiot.
You talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. There's nobody else here, so I must be talking to you. Why haven't we fixed your voice chip yet?
Yo, quit busting my batteries over here. I've been working on it all day.
What does that even mean? Oh, never mind. In a few seconds, it won't matter anyway, since the world will have only one thing on its mind.
What's that, boss?
Me. This can't be happening! It's backfiring! Impossible! How? Ta-da!
Yo, what do you mean impossible? Your plans have been crushed by Sonic for like, ever. He stopped you like it's his job or something. In fact, I can't remember a plan he didn't stop.
What are you talking about? He hasn't stopped all of them.
Name one.
Read the attention pad.
Thank you, buddy! Hey, my voice! It's back! All right!
Ah, there's the sweet sound my auditory processors know and love.
Now I remember why we changed his voice chip. No matter, I may have suffered a setback, but this thing's far from over. I will crush Sonic!
The man gets an A for effort, that's for sure!
Hey, Tails.
Yeah?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Good, so it's not just me.
When I feel the ground shaking under my feet and see plumes of dust rising and rubble tumbling and aliens running for their lives, yeah, I get a bad feeling. So, how about you and me make like Eggman's hairline and recede?
This isn't joke time. This is running to the space elevator time.
Sorry, couldn't help myself. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're running now.
Time to bail!
Isn't there...
It can't be!
Leaving so soon!
There are no lines, and I've saved the best rides for last. At least let me stamp your hand so you can come back in.
I know you're trying to be clever with this whole amusement park pun thing, but it's just coming off lame. So just say you're going to destroy us and stop embarrassing yourself.
Curse you, Sonic! Not only do you foil my plans, but you foil my speeches as well! I work hard on them! No matter, I will destroy you, and I will be victorious! Is that better?
Like a million times better. Thank you.
This robot is special! He's powered by the energy from your little friends! He is invincible! So I'd say it's been nice knowing you, but it hasn't.
I have to admit I'm a little scared. I don't think we can beat this guy.
See you on the ground, buddy.
Huh? Sonic, no!
Just got one last
legit angry about that. That shellcracker-looking bastard decided that he wanted to steal my rings in the last fucking minute. I could have gotten a goddamn S rank if you didn't laser me in the asshole! Well, that was improper of me to say, wasn't it, my darling subject? I'm so sorry about that. But still, it was quite bullshit for Shellcracker to do that at the last minute. But anywho, my rambling aside, this is the Nega Wisp armor, and appropriately, the final boss of Sonic Colors. So Eggman decided that he wanted to build a giant thingamajig, so we, as Sonic the Hedgehog, need to foil his shenanigans. While he's sucking up whips from the entirety of the galaxy. How do you do these things, Dr. Robotnik? I'm genuinely curious. How do you have the funds to build a giant robot made from the exoskeleton of an alien? But then again, you made it so fragile, so whatever. So all we need to do is dodge Dr. Eggman's attacks while getting all the main Wisps back from him, while he uses their powers against us. Because giant cube lasers. You may be wondering why I'm not freaking out. I've gotten over my fear of cubes, even though it's hilarious. What do you mean, purple cubes? Now come here, Robotnik! Yeah. Yeah. And then finally... Yeah. Alright, we should have most of the Wisps back. At least I hope so. No, wait. Here comes the orchestra. You think these cubes will deter me, Dr. Robotnik? I have grown past my fear of cubes. At least for the time being. But anywho, Dr. Robotnik seems to be almost dead, so he's pulling out all the stops. You think that will deter me? I am Sonic the Hedgehog, and I will always be around to deter your schemes.
You horrid little hedgehog!
Oh, how cute. Huh? Oh boy, time for the epic finish attack. Yeah! Take that, Dr. Robotnik. Your schemes have been dispersed once again. With a flat PNG image. I swear the effect was better than the original. But anywho, Dr. Robotnik has been defeated. Time for the ending.
My head! Who turned out the lights?
At Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, you can feel comfortable knowing your safety is our number one.
Oh, shut up!
Hedgehog can outrun a black hole. Bullshit. I mean, Sonic's fast, yes, but you expect me to believe that he can outrun a singularity? Ain't no way. But anywho, that's the entirety of Act 2, just Sonic defying the laws of motion.
okay? Man, I can't believe you made it through that.
Like you thought I wouldn't?
The only thing I was thinking about was getting pushed into an elevator.
Well, a hedgehog's gotta do what a hedgehog's gotta do.
Great job, Sonic.
Thanks, but I had a little help during that last part.
He said, thank you for saving us.
You're welcome. Thank you for saving us.
He says, you are welcome.
That thing's translating pretty good.
Yep, I finally got all the kinks out. We can talk to them perfectly now. Oh, great. He says, goodbye, my friends, I have to go. Just when I got this thing working.
Better late than never, buddy. Right on.
Faster, you idiot! Faster! Put your backsides into it!
Technically, we don't have backsides, boss.
I don't care! Just push! We have to hurry! I already have my revenge planned out, and next time I will not fail!
Of course you won't, boss. Of course you won't. On the bright side, a certain someone got their voice back.
I feel like my old self! All I want to do is talk! Hey, remember when we were chasing those little alien guys? What's up with those things anyway? They sure were funny looking! Smell good though?
What I wouldn't give for the maddening silence of space right about now.
Sushi, hey, I heard they started using fish! Bummer we didn't bring any with us! Not that we can eat it since we're robots, but we could have looked at it! I love looking at stuff! I love stuff! The fireworks show game was great! Hey, how did we get all this stuff to blow up like that anyway? Loved it! By the way, did we destroy Sonic this time? No, I'm sorry. We haven't destroyed Sonic. Where are we going? Look at that star! Oh my God! That looks nice! Oh, look at that!
And good lord, that rendition of the ending theme of Sonic Colors was god-awful. But anywho, my darling subjects, it's been a long time coming, but that was Sonic Colors Ultimate. Strange that I didn't run into any of the graphical issues, but this was a fun remaster overall. And I can see why people hold colors in such a high regard. But anywho, if you lovely folks enjoyed my playthrough of Sonic Colors Ultimate, I will leave a playthrough in the outro of this video. But still, if you lovely folks enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and a comment to let me know, and maybe subscribe while you're at it, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, my darling subjects,